What's up, MFers? Hope you guys are having an amazing freaking day. Doing something today that's totally different. As you can tell, got the whole ice garment set up and we're going ice fishing, except it's the afternoon. And what that means is we're gonna fish into the night. We have a little night exploratory mission. Now we're gonna do something that I did last year that it's kind of an ongoing experiment to see if it actually freaking works, and that is putting a glow light down underneath the ice. It like glows up the water underneath for a long ways away, and supposedly that gets the plankton going. Plankton get the bait fish going, and of course big ol' slaunches eat bait fish. So that's what we're trying to do out here today. It's going to be a solo mission. Got about 3 hours to get out and fish. We'll probably fish about an hour into the evening, and this place back behind me right here has some really big bass. We caught some of those bass from the bank this summer. Also rumors of large catfish. So we have some cut bait. We have all different types of different stuff. First step obviously is to get our stuff down to the water. We're not gonna get set up quite yet. We're gonna go search for some fish, find a good staging area where we can set the hut up, get that light down there and glowing. If you like the ice fishing videos, or if you like the open water, basically if you like freaking fishing videos, go subscribe right now, because there's a whole bunch more coming, especially tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. I post every damn day. Let's go catch those launches. Okay, time to see if the old Odger's even working. Had blade issues last time. Jesus. Well, that's extremely unsafe. It's like 2 inches of ice, like a 3 or 4 inch gap, and then another inch of ice. That's just great. Fun. Shitty water. Well, might be an interesting night, but at least the auger works. Okay. All right, going with Old Faithful, get it started. Plus I know there's some big bluegill hybrids in here. And like I said, big bass and big catfish. So we're gonna see if anything's here. Actually, I got a couple marks on the screen, even though it's only a whopping 4 feet deep, 3.6 feet deep right here. Gonna be interesting, like I said. That's what you want to drill into. Might not be deep enough there. Jesus. Hey, we didn't drill up any freaking scum. I'll take it. Still only like 4 feet deep. Hey, we got Killians though. Man, that's a giant. First sign of life is little baby guy. This is why we catch them on swim jigs here, guys, because there's bluegill that look like that. I'm gonna actually keep him for bait. I'm gonna put him on a tip up, cut up or something like that. We got minnows and shiners for non-cut bait, but let's see if he's got some bigger friends. There we go. Oh, hey, a crap eye. Don't think I caught any of these dudes when I was here this last year, but not big either. So yeah, he's going back in. Looks like he's been caught 472 times. Look at his derpy little face. Derp. Okay, goodbye. Well, that's a little bit of a stunt city going on. We definitely aren't like whacking bigs, but it is a sign of life. The last 2 holes I freaking drilled, I drilled right into the grass. There was like whatever grass is in this lake, mucky, nasty, disgusting grass right below the surface. There's another one. And we got a bigger bluegill. Okay. All right. Okay. They're growing. Give me my wax worm back. I'm going to take that back. All right. You can have it. Whatever. Man, they are loaded on the screen too. I'm just hoping big ol' Slonchosaurus Rex comes through here. But hey, we might move on if we can only catch these in this spot. But if we can improve our quality here in the next hour or so before the sun goes down, I guess half hour now probably, then we'll probably post up right here. I like it. Oh my god, this is crazy. You can actually sight fish them like a 1.5 feet below the hole. Sight fish this guy too. Sick. Wish I had a camera, but honestly with all the snow on the ice, probably wouldn't even be able to see it. But these guys are like, they're right there. That one's got it. Yeah. Yeah, bud. Not a big, once again. But definitely it's gonna be worth marking the spot so we can come back at least later if we need to find some fish. So hit this guy. Ding. Heard it ding on my phone. That's how you know it's a spot. Drop him in. Come on, bigger something. Yep. Sight Fish City. Well, our size isn't improving, but we are in fact catching fish. Let me drop the poles real quick. There we go. My favorite thing about sight fishing them is you can see the little bit of action that you're giving that bait and exactly how it responds. So that way when you're not sight fishing, I know it's not rocket science, but you can repeat that exact same movement. It's the same thing with watching your bait in a pool. If you're throwing like an open water bait or something, it's a great way to learn more about the different baits you have a lot of confidence in and different ways to work them. Another one, not too exciting, but I'll take it. All right, time to get bigger baits going, guys, or at least move. We're gonna drill some holes, maybe put some dead stick bigger minnows, because I don't think those guys will mess with it. And I'm gonna jig something bigger. All right, so far we've hit a couple spots through. They're like total shit mud and too shallow to even fish. Or they've been good. It's 5 feet deep and there's green grass, but it's not topped out. It's not coming out, spewing out of the damn hole. Unfortunately, those fish are, they're not big. They're bluegill and crappie, stunning little guys, like I said. And a lot of these ponds, that means there's those guys and then there's giant bass, and I've caught some of the big bass in here, so that's pretty much what we're after, that and big catfish. I just popped like 15 holes pretty much in this big basin right here. There's the creek and the trees and everything back there that looks really good, but it's so freaking shallow. It's hard to get right in that creek channel. And I think the creek channel is only like 5 or 6 feet anyway, so I'm liking the looks of this big basin a whole lot more. As you can see, sun's going down pretty close to it anyways, right over there. So we're going to hurry up, hit some of these holes, hopefully find ourselves a home before it gets dark. It is like 5 degrees and getting colder every minute. Completely clear tonight, and it's supposed to be below 0. So it's not something we want to spend the whole night doing. So we need to find ourselves a good spot to set up. All right, let's give this guy a try. The old rip and wrap. It's not a big bait by any means. Put a little wax worm on the back of him, but definitely has a little bit better potential to catch a bigger species. Oh, just kidding. We're still catching micros on the crankbait. All right, might be time for a bigger crankbait. Oh, hey. Well, it's probably the best fish of the day. Well, biggest gillion of the day, only about a 7 or 8 incher, but cool when they eat bigger baits. I thought that this would definitely keep some of the small gills off. I was not correct. We need to move. Yep, I'm gonna move. New hole, same result. On to the next hole. Sick of these guys. Next hole. Stupid gillions. Really? Really? Ugh. I thought maybe this hole, since it's like 5 to 6 feet deep with 3 feet of grass up off the bottom, we'd be able to catch some, and that guy rocketed right out from the start, from the giddy. Oh, hey, a frickin' gill. What do you know? Somebody needs to take some of these pricks out of here. They are everywhere. Look at that, they got those crazy little black specks in them too. So weird how like one hole will have nothing, and then 10 feet over, they're like racing up to it, and there's 15 on the screen. Science, I guess. Sick of them. Sick of them. Dark yet, but it's definitely darker. Let's get the old light out and continue our disappointing evening with this light probably not working. All right, first off, let's hook him up and make sure he works. So we'll go black to red. No, black to black. And please work. That son of a bitch is bright. I don't know how well it's gonna show up in this ice. It's like not very see-through, but the water's definitely clean, so sick. That doesn't look like much. It's gonna glow like a son of a bitch here in a second when it gets darker, but yeah, I'm glad everything works. The way tonight's going, that was not a guarantee, but we got some glowage. Well, since ice fishing is the worst thing in the world, there's always got to be problems with it, of course. Tonight's problem of the video is everything is frozen in the hut, so the bars won't expand and we can't fish in the hut basically. But we're not gonna give up, we're just gonna fish outside the hut. I got my little light anyway, so we'll have a little bit of light for the video, and of course we'll have the big glow light down there regardless, so it doesn't matter, we're gonna make the most of it. Decided on this area right here to drill because it's right off the edge of a weed bed, and there was some bluegill but not a ton. I didn't want to be there where it was just like every drop there was a million. I want to be somewhere there wasn't quite as many, so a better chance for a big old bass head to come on through and get your bait. So it's definitely gonna be a cold one. Like I said, it's already in the single digits, very close to zero, but fishing and stuff, right? Let's catch some. All right, so going with dead stick live minnow there, and then we're gonna go with something that's got a little bit bigger profile than what I've been throwing, and that is the old, it's called a chubby darter. It's like my all-time favorite jigging bait because it wobbles like crazy on the way down, and then when you pull up, it shoots forward and glides. It's got a really big presence in the water, kind of like a big glide bait or something when you're fishing for bass, open water. It's like that. That light looks sexual. I like it. Oh, hey, look at that. Bluegill on the chubby darter. I thought we had a big enough bait that we weren't gonna get these guys. We're probably gonna have to make it bigger than that because that's not acceptable. Fun though. All right, well, they're definitely not scared of the bright glow light. Definitely does not spook fish in any manner. Had some comments on my videos in the past. They were like, wouldn't that just scare them away? Well, apparently not. It does not scare the gillions away. I don't know if the bass are too smart for it or what. We still have yet to catch a big bass today. Plenty of those sambal latches though. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh, come on. That's a big mark. That's definitely not a bluegill. Might have our first bass on the screen, guys. It's cool. There's a little grass bed down there, and I pulled this guy all the way up out of it. I could see just the faint flickering in the grass, and it got solid in the grass, and now he's up about a foot off of it. Kidding me? God dang it. It's like the third gill we've caught on the chubby darter. Cannibalistic little bastard. This is supposed to imitate your little offspring. Prick. There is seriously so much more activity on the screen since I turned this light on. I'm not just saying that either. Like, honestly, I'm a little bit pessimistic going into this. I kind of don't think that this light makes a huge difference. It's kind of still like an experiment thing for me. But this hole only had a few fish in it in like a half an hour that I fished earlier, 20 minutes. And now I have like 6 on my screen. I seriously think it might have drawn some in. Obviously not the right ones, but if it's not going to draw the big bass in or big catfish, it'd be sick to draw like some big crappie. And I know a lot of people put this on their docks and stuff, these glow lights in the summer for big crappie, and there's rumors that apparently there is big crappie in this lake. I caught one last year that was real good size, but I've seen some pictures of some freaking 14 inchers, 16 inchers, absolute behemoths in here. And if anything was going to draw them in, you'd think this day and light would.